Hi, welcome to Gardening with Tina-ree. So I'm doing these videos so that people can learn how to do some of the basics of gardening. I just love gardening, and a lot of my friends have been asking, how do I do this? How do I do that? How do I get started? So today we're going to start with planting a strawberry. So you need to make sure that you get a nice healthy plant from wherever you're getting it from the plant centre. I've just got this one from a different part of my garden, but it's just like it's come out of a pot. So the first thing that you need to do is place that down here. First thing you need to do is find a really good sunny spot. Now in my garden I plant my strawberries around the outside because I find them really easy to pick. Alright, so I'm going to make a hole in here so that it's all ready to go in, and I know that this area gets a lot of sun and is really easy access for me to water it as well. Alright, then I can use fertilizer like this. I like this because it provides a lot of natural organic substance for the garden. It brings in the worms, and it's mostly made out of animal fertilizer actually, so but it's I really like it, so a little bit of that in there, and then popping it into the hole. But before we actually start covering up, we might actually just put some water in this hole. Okay, so I'm actually just putting water into the hole because when a plant has been moved, it can get quite stressed, so this just helps with that. Okay, so now that we've put water in the hole, there's going to be a lot of moisture and there's nourishment for them. We're going to cover that over in the hole. Now, you see there's actually a little strawberry growing there, so we'll pop that up and make sure it's nice and snug in its bed. Alright, don't pat it down too hard, but what I do is I get my finger and I run it around and make sure that there's no tendrils or strawberries or flowers or anything that are underneath there. Now you can get a little bit more of the fertilizer and put it down so when it rains or when you're watering it, then it's going to get more feeding as well. At this point I would water it again so that it's really settled into that space, because it's quite stressful for it to move. Now it's really important that you mulch. I use a sawdust mulch. So this is sawdust that I get from a neighbour. Thank you, Kathy and Ivan. So this is aged, which means that it's not new sawdust. It has been around for a while. And I put that on because it keeps the moisture locked into the ground, and it helps to keep the plant healthy. It also brings worms, which is great because they really help to condition the soil. Now if you don't have access to sawdust to mulch in your garden, then you can use pea straw. Pea straw is generally what people used to use traditionally for strawberries. That's why they're called strawberries. And in winter they would actually use the straw to go over them to protect them from frost and snow. Commercially, people generally use a weed mat, and that is really good for keeping the moisture in, keeping the weeds away, and also for keeping the and for keeping the plants nice and warm. Now if we have a look over here, you'll see a beautiful big strawberry that is growing. So that's just a really happy strawberry, almost, well, pretty much ready to eat. And if we look here, there all these ones here are going to become strawberries. So you can see here's the beautiful little flower and then here's the next transition, and you can see the little strawberry starting to develop there. Bees have come along to visit that. Now if you don't have access to weed mat or sawdust, then you can go and see maybe some businesses, schools. Sometimes they shred their papers for privacy reasons, and that can be used as really good mulch in your garden. So once it's been laid out nice and thick on your garden, water it in really well, and that actually adds a really nice dimension to your garden too, to keep that moisture in, to build this worms, yeah, things like that. Okay, so just a little tip with your strawberries, that even when the season is done, you can get new strawberries for your for the next season. Now if you have a look at this strawberry here, you will see that there are tendrils coming off of it. Now with those tendrils coming off, they're actually going to become new plants. So you see that there? They're actually looking for somewhere that they can bed down, so they're looking for somewhere that they could go. So there's some other ones around here that are stretching out, trying to find somewhere to be so that they can make new plants, and that's basically how the strawberry starts a new plant. Now this here is looking for somewhere to be, but we can direct it back into the garden so it becomes the strawberries for next season, or we can get a pot of potting mix, and we can get a clip, even so a paper clip, bend it around so you can just hold it in place there. But see, look, those are sitting there just nicely. So you can actually let them sit like that, give them a water, and they'll actually grow there, and then you've got new strawberries for the next season, and didn't cost you anything. Okay, so thank you for watching all about strawberries, and I hope that you feel that you can get a strawberry plant and get planting. Just have a go. Best thing that you can do is just get those beautiful sun-kissed strawberries straight out of your garden and get them straight into your tummy, because they are beautiful.